Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. For me right now, it is 36 degrees outside, and that's actually all I wanted to say about that. Now, I have a lot of news to cover regarding XRP. Starting it off, Jeremy Hogan said, when the XRP utility argument next comes up in court, the Ripple lawyer needs to call in from his Euclid XRP funded phone. Judge, I'll address utility now. Just a moment, let me add some more minutes to my call with a couple XRP here. And the specific article he is referring to, or specifically what he is talking about here, is an article from quite a long time ago which read, Adoption. Euclid users can now use XRP to pay for electricity, mobile top-up, and more. And even though on its own, it's not something I would actually do, you guys know I don't like to use crypto to pay for things, even though I like talking about them and I don't know, I pay for a lot of things. I don't like to utilize crypto to pay for it unless I had USDT, if you know what I mean. So even though I don't like to use it for it, the fact that it is possible is definitely a big thing. And if you want a little bit of a summary as to why I never use crypto to pay for stuff, I'm not going to say never, but I'd like to avoid it whenever possible, is because, well, let's say you bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin at, 50,000. If Bitcoin goes to 60, okay, boom, you got to spend yourself a little, extra amount of money, because now all of a sudden, for example, your money has gone from $1,000 to $1,200, which, if you spend Bitcoin right now, you're basically spending profit, so it's okay. If your Bitcoin, for example, goes to 40,000 though, and you've lost like 20% on your money, that's where things hit differently for me. When you lose the money is when I start to kind of hurt myself a little, not hurt myself and harm myself, but I mean, when it just hurts. It's just really annoying to do so. In a different sense, it's also kind of a waste because I have them at the back of my head. If every dollar you keep right now in crypto is, for example, 10 or maybe 100 future dollars, so all you're doing right now is just kind of wasting it, right? I think you guys feel the same way whenever I read the comment section, that it's just a waste to not have crypto right now. And again, that's kind of the consequence which I would personally see if I were to go about something like that. Then again, in court, they actually argued before that XRP doesn't really have utility, or at least doesn't have proper utility. And my kind of counter argument to that is as well, like, okay, but look at this. And for example, look at the fact that you can pay at so many different stores utilizing XRP as well. I don't have an article open for it, but trust me when I say so that a ton of stores have now implemented XRP. There's this Flare networks being created on top of XRP Ledger. There's a lot being made right now. There is a lot being made. XR people actually tweeted out, there's another use case to add to your ever-growing list, John Deaton, and that is because I believe John Deaton is also holding a list to actually present whenever they need it in court as well. It's just, there's a lot of use case. It's just not really, I guess, easy to spot it if you don't know what you're looking for. And it also depends on what actually you consider a proper use case. But the fact you can use it as a currency to pay for things, specifically one that's essential in court right now, the telephone minutes, for example, the electricity minutes, or bill, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Also, guys, if you're looking for a platform to trade on, make sure you use Buybit. A link is down below. Right below the video, there will be a link. I use this myself, and it works like a freaking charm, right? I am not going to trade this entire week because my internet is too bad. And the worst thing in the world is if you are trying to do some trade times 10 times 20 and your internet pops off, just turns off. I would literally, poo my pants if that were to happen. So I'm not going to. But that's also why I guess I've logged out for some unapparent reason. Not exactly sure why that is. But I'm not going to trade this entire week until I move somewhere else. Because as you guys know, I'm just trying out some different places right now. And this one, the internet is mediocre. The uploading of a video takes long as well. Then Ethereum just hit freaking $3,000. I don't know if you guys saw it. Right now it's at 3,200-ish. Going pretty damn strong, pretty solid. We were expecting this though. Uniswap as well, we were expecting that one. Things are just popping off exactly like expected. Then John Deaton said, can you imagine a bank charging you to hold your money? And Bitcoin Archive below said, Danske Bank in Denmark will charge a negative interest rate of -1% for all balances over 100,000 kroner. So $16,000. Buy Bitcoin by my Danish friends. So in the Netherlands here, you guys know, there was already, I believe last month, I got another letter. If you have above not a letter in my mail, it's in my email basically. It says there's a new policy change. If you have over $1 million in your bank account, you have to pay them to hold it. And it might have actually been reduced now, or it's going to reduce in the future to $100,000. So if you have that in your bank, it's euros, by the way, you're going to have to pay on that. And I really laughed for the first time because you know what the problem with that is that even though it's not bad if you were to consider it fees, it starts to get really bad if you consider the fact that they are lending out your money and they're not just kind of a safeguard system. No, they're basically doing everything they can to make money on you, and you have to pay for it because they can't make enough money, right? With you giving them your money. It's kind of a strange system, specifically if they want you to deposit and then you have to pay for it, but they want you to. And they're still making profit on you. So, I mean, it's a crooked system. And I don't know who said it again. I think now, there's a lot of people who have said it before. If people truly understand the banking system, you wouldn't use them. I'm not going to say stop going to the bank at all, but I would say stop relying too much on a bank, as there's so many risks and so many negative sides involved. That's maybe just what I would say about that one, about the banking field. And now, I guess it's going all over Europe specifically because of the, I guess, the rates here, which are even more negative than over in other countries around the world. Crypto Bull posted, "The longer XRP consolidates under 165, the more explosive the move towards $2. And all I have to say about this one is, yeah, the longer we stay without a huge pump, the more explosive it will be, but the higher the likelihood of going the opposite way as well. Right now, we're actually coming up quite significantly. And people are saying the longer we stay here, the more explosive the move will be. I mean, we're not really going sideways too heavily if you start to think about it. Like on a weekly basis, for example, it doesn't really look like we're cooling down or anything like that. It's just specifically that today's Monday, right? Today hasn't been too much of a move just quite yet. But then again, if you look at the weekly perspective, it's just looking like it had a little bit of a dip and now it's coming back upwards, and it's just going to pick up the pace now that this week is kind of started. So I don't know, guys. I don't see it as a really negative thing. I don't really see this as the truth. I don't think we really are under 165 for very long either. But then again, agree to disagree. XRP pushes higher as we wait on the SEC. Yes, one thing I should also note on the same kind of part as right here, XRP right now should not be at all-time high in my personal opinion. If it were to be, it would kind of be a jab at the law system as of this point, right? Because it kind of means people really value XRP ridiculously high, even though they're being sued. And it basically means people are just ridiculously happy hodling XRP and they're just really excited about the lawsuit. But then again, I don't think it should be there right now because of the lawsuit. We don't know exactly what way it's going to go. And do I think they'll win? Yes. But is it a certainty? No. And people with a lot of money should really have that in the back of their heads. It is worth a try. And that is also why I have a large portion of my money in XRP. Again, I have also a lot of other cryptos, guys. Don't get me wrong. You know it from my Patreon. It's over there. You can see what exact cryptos I hold. But it's really important to understand. I think it's worth the risk because, well, the chance of winning is a lot higher than the chance of losing, and the premium when they win is a lot better than the loss when they lose. Then again, if you have billions of dollars to basically manage, I might not want to take that risk, right? Because is it a riskier type of crypto? Definitely right now. Definitely. Because you could also go for a crypto like Ethereum, which is now, as of this point, properly regulated, which again might change, but you don't know about that just quite yet. It's properly regulated, has a ton of things built on there, has, DeFi on there already. And yeah, it's just a lot safer as of this point for those big guys. So if you're wondering why Ethereum over XRP right now, I think because it's just a lot safer. Even though they can get the regulation kind of scrapped and it can turn the other way around, for as of this point, it's just a lot safer is the way it goes. Now, moving on, XRP now accounts for 3% of the total crypto market cap. The world's fourth largest crypto now has a market of nearly $75 billion. That is actually a lot of money if you start to think about it. $75 billion. 75 billion. Say that a couple of times out loud. $75 billion. Damn. Now, the only thing I wanted to say about this one and kind of point you towards is the percentage of total market cap or dominance by coin market cap. If you look through here, one of the things you'll notice is that during the bull run of 2017, XRP took up about 10% right here, 17.6% right here, and at this peak, again, when XRP peaked, at about 10%, a little bit higher, I think. But yeah, let's say 15% as well. Point being, XRP right now is only at 3. As time moves on, I do believe they'll recoup some of that percentage back. Here in November, it was also about 5%, but Bitcoin was at 60. Here you can see Bitcoin at 33, Ethereum at 13, XRP at 15. At this point, XRP was actually bigger than Ethereum. Do I think that will happen again? Well, we don't know, but we do know that it's possible though. It's already been proven that it can. And we do think that XRP will at least get back to that level and quite close to it. But if we were to get 17% again, it would take so much money out of Bitcoin, or at least so much money out of other altcoins and put it back in there, because it would have to go times 5 or times 6 to actually recoup that level, while Ethereum is actually already really ridiculously close to it, with only needing 4% more, where XRP needs 13 or 14% more. And yeah, that was it for today's episode. A little bit about use case and how important XRP is. Of course, we got the CBDC utility, the bridge, the different corridors already and everything. Also, just the fact that you can pay for this is really good for court, because it's really a fun little argument that you could make about it. But yeah, that was actually it for today's update. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And take care, everybody.